PC Day. Happy PC Day is just the greatest. Shall we? Holla, ballers and a brofist to you all on this fine Monday evening. It's Monday evening here. If it's not where you are, I'm sorry. You've still got to go to school, still do your work, whatever. Not my problem, right? It's not my fault where you live. It's not my issue. But for me, it's evening. It's pitch black outside. It is Monday, the 7th of January. We are balls deep in 2013. Yes, we are. We are balls deep in 2013. Everything's looking pretty good. But there is a war brewing. Yes, there is. There is a war brewing. And not really the one that we're expecting. But it's coming. It might already be here. Do you know about the war? Have you had the memo? Maybe not. Maybe not. I've had an awesome day. We've been doing script reading for The Way of the Warrior 2. I know it's promised New Year's Day, but it's kind of important to me. I just said that in the chat. It's kind of important to me. I don't want to rush it out and be like, ugh, it should be better than that, right? That's what I want to do. I don't want to be that guy who's like, oh, I released it on time, made everybody really happy, wasn't very good, people were kind of disappointed. I want it to be happy for me. I want to be happy with it. That's why it's delayed, but it will be out as soon as I can possibly do it. I don't want to give a date again, because that's bad. That doesn't work, because then the date comes and it's not there, and people get pissed. People get really pissed at me. It's not my fault. I've got like so many videos to do. People are like, where's the disc guide? Where's the sub guide? Where's this guide? Where's that guide? Where's the World of Logs healing guide? Oh my god, where are these guides? They're coming. They're coming. I just don't have that many hours in the day. I don't. I really don't. I'm working my ass off. I really am. So we've got loads of things coming. Tomorrow we might have a special guest, which will be awesome. We might have a special guest on the show. I won't reveal who she is yet, but she should be here tomorrow, and hopefully she'll be around for the daily. She's coming to do her voiceover for Way of the Warrior 2. Hopefully she'll be here for the daily, and we can join in. We can ask her all sorts of questions, because she knows things about Blizz. I'm not exactly sure what she's allowed to talk about, because she does work at Blizzard. So we'll see. I'm not promising anything. She might not even be here. She might not even be here. But if she is here, that'll be awesome, because we'll get to talk to her. We'll have a little special guest, and we'll have a girl on the game show. Ugh. Girls on the gaming show. What the fuck do they know, right? Stupid girls. But she is one of the best bear tanks around. Or was. I don't think she plays anymore. But she was one of the best bear tanks around. She was bear before it was cool. That's right. She's hipster bear. Yeah. She was bear in like TBC. Maybe even vanilla. Which is pretty cool. So we're going to be sorting that stuff out. It's going to be cool. It's going to be all good. There's something I want to bring up. This news, I got an email today, which you guys might need to be aware of, is that it's possible that people who use AdBlock are not going to be able to visit certain sites pretty soon. They're going to stop you being able to see them. I don't know how, but it's happening. Or it's trying to happen. Sites like YouTube. If you use AdBlock, you won't be able to see YouTube. It's possible. We got an email today because it was like rejoicing among the YouTube, well, anybody who produces online content community was like rejoicing. It's like, we think they've got it. They think they've sorted it out, so they can do that. Which is interesting. It's interesting. To give you an idea, over 2/3 of my audience use AdBlock. Over 2/3. It's crazy. When you think about it, over 2/3. So that's not the 25,000 subscribers. That's like the 800,000 views we get a month. 2/3 of them are blocked, so we don't earn anything off them. So we'll see what happens. I'm kind of happy about it. I don't actually mind adverts because I know where they go. But I know where that revenue goes. But obviously websites like YouTube, wow. If I get 2/3 blocked, imagine how much they get. And they get all the views. All the views in the world. All the views are theirs. So be aware. Be aware if you're using AdBlock. You could get fucked soon, pretty much. Which is kind of harsh. I don't mind if people use AdBlock, to be honest. If you hate adverts that much, fair play. I don't, you know. What can I do? So, interesting. It's not gone public yet, I don't think. Well, it kind of has now. But we got the email today saying that's going to happen. Or probably going to happen. If they can make it work. They'll probably just work an add-on around it. Make no difference. Right? That's what's going to happen. Make no difference. So, today's topic. The war. There's a war brewing. It's going to get pretty messed up. And I want the Baller Army, which is you guys, to be prepared for the war. Because it's coming. In fact, it's kind of already here. There is a storm brewing. There's a war coming. It's going to be ugly. We're going to lose some subscribers, not from the channel, I mean from WoW. This is a WoW war that is brewing. Does anybody know what the item level will be for the LFR for the Throne of Thunder? Anybody know? Anybody know? Anybody know? I want to know. Come on. Nope. Not 550. 490. No. 486. Pints has got it. 486. 486 is going to be the new item level for the new raids LFR. You will need 486 item level to enter the LFR. Yes. Instant reactions to that. How many people have 486 gear on their alts and stuff? Less scrubs in LFR. Kind of happy. I assume you already have 486 gear. No problem. They're easy. Hashtag dog shit. It's kind of fucking stupid, right? It's really kind of fucking stupid. It's really kind of fucked up. 5 stars at 485. Less scrubs in LFR. Only retards can say that. 492. I'm cool. Rudak's okay. I'm low. 462. 484. Almost. The Y's not quite there. I mean, mainly PvP, so I don't care. 490. I'm good. What is the point of LFR? That's the issue, right? We don't care really whether you or the guy next to you can get in. The problem is that cuts out a lot of people. That really cuts out a lot of people. LFR is not designed to cut a lot of people out. Okay? LFR isn't designed for that. LFR is to show people who can't raid what the raids look like. But you won't be able to see them now. For the vast majority of people, I can't get into it. Fucking no way. I can't get into it right now. I haven't raided at all. So this is a little bit crazy. This is a little bit fucked up. You will essentially need a full set of LFR gear and upgraded Valor items, a lot of them, in order to access the new LFR. That's a lot of work and luck. Let's face it, that's a lot of luck, isn't it? That's a lot of fucking crazy luck and working your ass off for Valor Point caps. Valor Point caps aren't really achieved a lot by casual players who LFR is designed for. It's not. Hitting the Valor cap isn't really that easy. It's quite time consuming, to be honest. Even on a weekly basis. It is. It's quite time consuming. I've just about hit it on my mage. And I work at this thing. Do you know what I mean? I work at this thing. And I had to do it for a video that's coming out tonight. The main weekly video should be coming tomorrow, depending on how we do with the recording sessions. I've got some things to polish up on it. And, yeah. Valor cap isn't being removed. Valor cap isn't being removed. For the reason that they don't want people endlessly farming Valor. So the Valor cap will remain. It might be increased. It was 1250. Used to be 1250. So it might get increased. So this is quite the first stage in a number of things that are occurring, which in a way we asked for, but in Blizzard's true fashion, we're kind of going about it in the wrong way. Okay? I was browsing the WoW forums, as I often do. I always like interesting to see what the majority of players or the people who are outspoken are really bothered about in WoW right now. Okay? What are people really pissed off at? What's causing them problems? Is there any way I can help that? Is the kind of way I look at it. I see what's got to say. If some thread has like 20, 30 pages of replies, I'll probably have a quick look, see what the hell the problem is, see if there's something I can help with there. Because if it's affecting all those people who access the forums, it's probably affecting a lot more people as well. So the big issue that came up was a thread, and it's on the WoW Raids and Dungeons forum right now, on the front page. I will link it in the YouTube video. I suggest you don't go and read it now, because it's quite extensive. And it was called, "Check out this post on the US forums." Exciting title, right? And it was about a guy who was suggesting a way that Blizzard is returning to a journey. Yeah. Yeah. And journey was in like exclamation marks. Blizzard's returning us to the journey! Exclamation marks. And I was like, I've heard that somewhere before. I've heard that somewhere before. The journey. I thought, oh no. Is this someone who follows my channel who's made a post about something I've probably said? So that's what caught my eye. I started reading it. It was kind of that. I assume it is somebody who follows the channel. And I was reading through it, and it wasn't quite accurate, and it had a lot of misconceptions in it. And the essential thing was, hey, this is going to be 486. This is increasing the journey by giving people something to work for. Not quite. Not quite. The 486 item level on LFR is fucking wrong. That is wrong. That is ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. LFR is designed for the worst of the worst players to just see the content. That's it. That's what it's for, right? That is what it's for. It doesn't matter if you're not the worst of the worst player and all you can access is LFR. That's not the point. The way it's designed is for anybody who can install World of Warcraft can go into LFR and see the content. That's what it's for. I'm not saying that everybody in LFR is the worst of the worst players. I've been in LFR. You guys have all been in LFR. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying the base design of it is so that anybody can do it. That's the idea, okay? Anybody can do LFR. So putting this ridiculously large restriction on it seems really stupid. Counter to what we want to do. Really stupid. Crazy almost. Absolutely backwards ass, upside down. Really not nice. Making you farm. Is farming a journey? No. Farming gear to access LFR is possibly the worst journey you can go on. That's worse than the Lord of the Rings journey, and that journey was pretty shit. Okay, that's worse than being fucking Dildo Baggins. It's much, much worse. Farming gear so you can access LFR is horrific. I can't imagine anything worse than, like, I need to get this item level so I can do LFR. That's fucking horrible. That's disgustingly horrible. 486 isn't even that bad if you're doing some raiding, but LFR isn't designed for people who are raiding, is it? That's fucking terrible. That's really bad. That's not something you want to do. So this situation is getting confused. And most of the replies were based around the Burning Crusade and Wrath of the Lich King. And this is where the confusion seems to have stemmed from, and I think it's something we should discuss. Because if supposed, okay, and I'm not saying it is, the author of the original thread is one of the followers of the channel and has heard me speak and has put that onto what he perceives as my message going out about that kind of thing. And that's what he's put out to the community. I've got to say that the message was well received. The people were generally like, yeah, 486 is far too high for LFR, absolutely ridiculous. Of course you had that hero, that guy, who's like 486 is really easy. I already have 504 gear. You guys are noobs. You know, he's killed Sharafir Heroic 7 times. And he's fucking in that thread saying, all you need to do is farm Valor for 10 weeks. Really fucking easy to get into the LFR. Right. Yeah, okay, kiss my ass. But the general people were like, 486 is fucking crazy, right? What about my ult? LFR is kind of like ult-friendly as well, right? But old Mr. Pandaria isn't very ult-friendly. What the main crux is, the jump between the Burning Crusade and Wrath of the Lich King. The confusion lies in that in the Burning Crusade, we didn't have skippable tiers. That we didn't have that. People believe, especially those who didn't play it, that the Burning Crusade was a very linear way of playing. It wasn't, okay? It really was not. It wasn't. It was for a period of time and then they removed it. The linear style of play had one major flaw. It had attunements which required raid kills. This is bad news. Attunements that require raid kills later in the expansion are a really bad idea. I actually do not mind attunements as long as they generally don't involve raid kills, because that causes major problems later on. I'm talking specifically about Black Temple and Mount Hyjal. This is when it became a major problem. Black Temple and Mount Hyjal. Black Temple and Mount Hyjal achievement required you to kill Kael'thas Sunstrider and Lady Vash and do a series of really, really good quests along the way. You had to do immense amounts of questing. I'm sure some of you fucking did them. But people had to do major amounts of questing to get to the stage where you could actually get the quest to get the vials from Kael'thas and Lady Vash. Then you had Black Temple and Mount Hyjal attunement. Well, you had Hyjal attunement. Kill the first boss, Black Temple achievement. It was pretty easy. Same thing. Then it became a problem. Why was it a problem? Why was it a problem? The main problem was recruits. Recruiting people became a major fucking pain in the ass. If you were part of a progress guild, imagine the scenario, okay? You're raiding during the Burning Crusade. You're in a very, very up-to-date current guild. A guild that is progressing very nicely with current content. Bear in mind, in the Burning Crusade, a lot of content was released at launch. We had Karazhan, we had Magtheridon's Lair, we had Gruul's Lair, we also had SSC and TK, all at launch. 5 different raids of 2 different tiers of gear. That's like getting Molten Core and Blackwing Lair in the same time. That's like right now getting patch 5.1 and patch 5.2 as soon as Mr. Pandaria launched. You had all these separate raids and tiers to progress through, all at the same time. They were all there, but you had to complete them one after the other in order to access them. Recruiting was a major fucking issue because you would be doing well. You had worked your balls off to kill Kael'thas, and in general you did work your balls off to do that. And once you killed him, you didn't really have to go back to Tempest Keep, ever, because you got access to Mount Hyjal and Black Temple with a much higher tier of raid equipment. Also, you didn't really have to kill Lady Vash again. What generally happened is that you would kill Lady Vash, then you would go and work on Kael'thas Sunstrider, and you would work your ass off on both bosses. But once they were defeated, you could go into the Black Temple of Mount Hyjal, and you never had to look back, because your raid was attuned. At most, you're probably going to have to do 2 or 3 repeat kills to get everybody in the guild attuned. But then people leave. Now you've got some new guy, good player, returning player, always the worst, returning player, some golden star who returns to your guild. You need him in the Black Temple. He can't get in. Motherfucker can't get in. Whole guild has to go and kill Kael'thas Sunstrider, all of Tempest Keep. The whole guild has to go and clear SSC again. Nobody wants to do that. I seriously resented having to do that for people. As a raid leader and a main tank, I never wanted to go back to do fucking Alar, Void Reaver, Solarian, and fucking Kael'thas. Never again. I'd done them a million times already. I didn't want to do those. SSC, absolutely not. I'd never wanted to see Hydros again, Leothras again, Morrigan again. I didn't want to see any of them again. Never. I don't want to see them. I don't want to do it. Lady Vash is a good fight, but it's annoying. It's annoying as shit. Especially for tanking. Ugh. If you're a Tauren tank and you can outrange the Fear, it's kind of not that bad. But it's still boring as fuck. So I never wanted to do that. Lo and behold, every now and again we would get some recruits. We'd have to go and clear TK and SSC. Nobody needs any items. Nobody wants anything from there. Just these recruits who might suck. A lot of problems with returning stars. Vanilla wasn't that hard. You might know some people who are like, oh, in Vanilla, I knew this player. He was fucking God mode. He was unbelievable. He starts playing again. This guy's amateur hour. He was hashtag dogshit trending all over his play. Because Vanilla wasn't that hard. Really wasn't. You compare that to the mechanics of even Black Temple. They're not even close. Not even close. These once great superstars are now really, really bad. So we had to start running these guys through that. It doesn't work. We couldn't have pure linear progression. Had to remove the attunements. You could now go straight into Black Temple and TK. Then your problems start. Black Temple and Tempest Keep aren't that hard at the beginning. They're really not. They're really, really not. It's not until about Terran Gorfiend in Black Temple that you start running into a little bit of trouble if you're carrying a really undergeared raid. But the first boss, Nagentis, Akama, Supremus, really, really easy. Mount Hyjal, you generally don't run into problems until the third boss again. The first 2 bosses are really easy. Rage Winterchill is really easy. I can't remember the second boss, but his name anyway. But he was really easy as well. So now you just skipped Tempest Keep and SSC. That's what happened. You just skipped them, and these great content went to waste for new players. So how do we balance that? Also, Sunwell Isle introduced really high-level badge equipment. Badge equipment was around in the Burning Crusade. Wasn't linear. You could easily catch up with badge equipment, so it didn't exist. There's a theory or a rumour flying around among people that Wrath of the Lich King was the start of all these kinds of issues. It wasn't. It really wasn't. It was the Burning Crusade that started it. Wrath of the Lich King's problem was the content was too easy for too long. That was the only problem in Wrath of the Lich King. The Burning Crusade problem was that it was really hard, and then they removed the requirements and gave people access to too easy content, which then meant they had to skip the hard stuff. So what becomes of a journey? A journey doesn't need attunements, okay? A journey does not need attunements. A journey is all about meeting certain standards. The attunement can be, is your raid capable of dealing with a DPS timer? Overall. That way you can carry 1 or 2 recruits. Once you can do it, you can do that. That's no problem. They do that now. They've done that forever. But initially, when you first progress, you're going to have to work hard. And that means you have to do the previous content as well. That's your journey. That's the start of a journey. That's the very bare bones of a journey. And we don't look to the past to say, oh, well, it wasn't like that in the past. We don't have these rose-tinted goggles that tell us in the past it was all wonderful and easy and really hard and we did all this stuff. No, it wasn't like that. Look at Razor Gore. Razor Gore is the prime example. Such a step up in raiding from Molten Core. Obscene step up. Any of you who did that progress leap will know it was a fucking leap. It's a crazy leap. Absolutely insane leap. Razor Gore was so difficult compared to anything in Molten Core. Really, really difficult. So you went back to Molten Core and you didn't mind because you were gearing up. You were getting ready for your journey. This is part of your progress. And then you're going to tackle Razor Gore. Once you kill Razor Gore, then you're on Vile. And Vale's really tough as well. Vale's really fucking hard. This is all part of your journey. No major achievements needed. Hell, you had to clear fucking, what was it called? Blackrock Spire? Blackrock Spire for array guilds? Nothing. It's crazy. It's easy as fuck. That's an achievement. Pretty cool. Everyone's done it. Everyone can place their hand on the orb. That's pretty awesome. Dead easy. It doesn't require raid kills. And then moving on and continuing your journey. What I don't want to happen, and what my issue is right now, is a lot, oh, not a lot, that would be stupid to say. Some of you might get your messages misconstrued, because I talk quite fondly of the Burning Crusade in some respects. Burning Crusade had a ton of problems. I bashed quite heavily on Wrath of the Lich King because of its problems. But the journey is not the best of either of them, and it's not like the Burning Crusade had the perfect journey. It didn't. Really did not. And it's not that it was so hard and it had achievements and blah, 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 blah. That's not the case. In Wrath of the Lich King, there was still a journey. It was just a too easy a journey. It was a journey that could be walked by anyone and didn't need motivation. It didn't need to happen. So I was talking about the war. The war is coming because this separation is starting. Now this is where it's going to get really interesting for you guys over the next few months, okay? This is where it's going to get really sort of icky. Because there's a separation forming already. You can see it happening. People who have been playing longer are now much further ahead than you can actually catch up to. You feel that, alright? Yeah? You feel that already. Some of you will feel that already. It's people who've been playing from the start are much further ahead than you can actually catch up to. Anybody who's farmed Valor every single week is further ahead than you can actually catch up to. They are. They're further ahead. It's starting to separate out. This is a good thing if it's handled correctly. The 486 item level on LFR isn't the exact way it should be handled. It's only the raiders that should care about this. LFR should stay as it is. It's just for the masses to go in and do whatever. And they shouldn't drop item levels that are really, really high. LFR should not be for gearing. I've said that since the start. LFR should not be for gearing. Ever. It shouldn't be. It's not what it's for. It's not designed for that. It should have some kind of reward. Gear is a really bad idea in my opinion. It shouldn't be there. What we're starting to see is this major separation occur. People are going to start leaving soon. New people are going to be coming back. Okay? The thing is, in my opinion, we asked for this. I openly said I wish they would do this again. They're now starting to create a journey. It's a little bit too gear-based for me. It's a little bit too much about gear rather than the will to do something which rewards gear. Okay? That's what I'm aiming for, and that's what I want to see happen. Is it going to happen that way? Doesn't quite look like it. Doesn't quite look like it yet. There's a difference between farming gear to catch up to somebody and defeating or accomplishing something in the game which rewards you along the way so you naturally have gear when it's time to move on with your journey. That's the difference. Instead of saying, I need X item to come from there, I need to kill X boss. I collected X item on the way because that is the natural part of the progression curve. That's the way it should be handled. It's not quite there yet. Not quite there. So what's going to happen now is people, especially those of you, this is the big thing I want to get out to you guys now. If you started in Wrath of the Lich King, you're going to feel very uncomfortable very soon. It's okay. It's really okay. You're going to start feeling pretty uncomfortable with when you start seeing people, which you might already have been there, who are way, way ahead of you in terms of their journey. And I'm talking way ahead of you. To the point where you're like, dude, how did you even get there? How did you get that much Valor gear? How did that happen? You will start asking yourself these questions. You will have that feeling. Okay? Somebody will walk past you in Orgrimmar who is light years ahead of where your character is, and you'll go, it's pretty crazy. That guy's got a lot of stuff. That guy's got a lot of stuff. It's okay. It's fine. Don't panic. There's going to be some panic quitters who are sick to death of being left behind because they pay their $10 a month. Okay? There will still be ways to catch up. LFR will be one of them. There's bound to be new Valor Point gear. Overall, though, you're going to start seeing a major separation. There's already a large separation that's already existed because LFR, normal, heroic. It's a large separation between the two anyway. But that's not been that apparent because you're all clearing the same content. It's very easy to hide the separation when everybody's clearing the same content. Everybody's doing the same dungeon. We're all doing Dragon Soul, be it LFR, normal or heroic, and the gear kind of looks the same. It's not that easy to see the separation. But the separation is going to start now because there will be people out there who will not reach the 486 item level of LFR for a long ass fucking time. I mean a long time. Months probably. They might get really unlucky in LFR and feel like I'm being really left behind. What's your choices then? This is what I want to see out of you guys right now, okay? I've got the bare bones of the message out. For anybody who started in Wrath, I don't want to use the term Wrath baby. I think that's really rude. It's not your fault you joined the game then. Those guys are going to start feeling uncomfortable. Some of the older guys are going to start thinking it's getting a bit grindy again. But a journey's going to be laid out for you. So I kind of want to see what you guys think of when this is going to happen. What is your choice? You've reached the culmination of LFR, but you want more, but you can't get into the next stories. What do you think? What do you think is going to actually happen? What do you think is going to happen? I'm a Wrath baby. What about us Kata babies? Same thing. Yeah, so you'll feel uncomfortable. It will. It'll be uncomfortable. A lot of the guys who have either joined the game now aren't in too bad shape because you don't know any different. But if you played Wrath of the Lich King and Cataclysm, it's going to feel like you're getting shit on. It is. It's going to feel that way. But you're going to realise something happens to you, which is pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Do you even TBC? I should uninstall. Elitists will clap their hands. Not so. Not so. Elitists will get left behind as well. Trust me, they will. Most of them, anyway. You feel that already? It's okay. It's okay. A lot of people look a bit uncomfortable already. That's alright. That's alright. Wrath baby, never get left behind. It's okay. Okay, so there's a lot of people who are like, what should I do now? What should I do now? What should I do now? Well, it's kind of difficult for me to prepare you for what's going to happen. Because it's going to happen one of two ways. You're either going to be like, this is unfair. Your natural instinct will be, this is unfair, this is ridiculous. I play as much as anyone else, it's not fair. It's generally just a very sort of I'm being punished kind of feeling is going to happen. For the chosen ones, for the chosen few of you, this is going to be a really good time. Because you're about to become something that you probably haven't really felt for a long time, if ever in WoW. You're about to start feeling extremely motivated, which is awesome. It's the best feeling ever. You're about to start feeling really motivated to do something that doesn't involve gear. And it's going to be fucking incredible. It's going to be the best thing ever because you're about to enjoy WoW on a whole new fucking level. And I'm not even joking, you are. You're going to feel very motivated. There's also a third type of group, I expect, who just doesn't care. I'll get 486 eventually and see the LFR. I'm not too arsed. Guess what? You're actually what the LFR is designed for. You're the casual players who don't really care. But for those of you who do have the time, you're about to start feeling really fucking motivated to go out and get stuff done. Not just log in and let things come to you. Alright? Most people log in, they just allow things to come to them. I've got pretty good gear. I'm not too arsed about anything else. I've seen the content kind of. Not too bothered. But once you start actually being denied content, this is essentially what's going to start happening. You're going to start being denied access to content, and it's going to be pretty difficult to catch up. It's going to be pretty difficult to get in there. You're going to start feeling motivated to do something about it. This is what I'm really looking forward to. We're going to lose some people along the way. It's going to be a fucking journey and a half. Trust me, it's going to be a journey and a half coming up now. If they stick to it. I hope they stick to it. I really do, because this is the best thing. This is what we were talking about. The motivation and the will to be better. Because a lot of you like that. I'm not saying specifically people in the chat, but there's people out there who lack the will and the motivation to be better. Because you don't need to be. You don't need to be better. Now you will have to be better. If you really want to see this content in a timely fashion, you're going to have to do something about it. And that's not just hope that LFR drops your items, because that isn't going to work overall. What's going to happen now is you're going to be, maybe I should raid. Maybe I should find a guild that raids 1 or 2 days a week. Maybe I should find a guild who does this. Maybe I should leave my cesspool guild and do something about it. I keep dying. I need to play better. If I want to see this game and what it holds for me, I need to play better. I need to get better. I need to think about what I'm doing. It's going to be really good. But we're going to lose some people. Maybe a lot of people. It's possible it's going to take a while to repair the damage. But they seem to be trying. Which is one of my New Year's resolutions. Is that they try to put the motivation back into raiding. The need to raid because you want to. Because you now have a journey. You now have a means to an end. And your journey doesn't begin and finish with your fucking item level. It now begins with, I need to do this to go and see what else is out there. So it's pretty fucking cool. It's pretty cool. It's good, good, good. PDF, it just got real. Any questions about that? I kind of want to touch this again tomorrow. It's going to be quite a big thing. So I'm really looking forward to your YouTube comments. But instant reactions. How do I feel about it since I need to climb up the item levels as well? I'm in a pretty fortunate position myself in that I've done it before. I know what's coming, okay? I could sort of regale you with a tale of how I did it, but that was my journey and it was cool. The way I went about it had lots of ups and downs, but I did it and it's fine. There will always be that ability to join a current guild because you've proved yourself and bypass a lot of the journey or fast forward it because they will be raiding current content. They will drag you through older content to get you ready to go through simply for the item level so you can go about your journey. That exists and always will exist. For me, I've done this bit. I've got enough friends in WoW so I don't have to do the new player, I would call it the new player journey. And I'm okay with that. But I'm more happy for the new players going on their journey. Because the best times I ever had in WoW were while I was on my new player journey. Where I wasn't sure how to be the best. Where I wasn't sure how to go about getting there. And I had to learn it and find out. And I was forced to stop dying in fires. I was forced to take note of other people. I was forced to take note of what was going on around me. And I was forced to push my characters that little bit more than I would have done if I started the game now. So I'm okay with it, personally. Some of you really won't be. That's what I'm worried about. Some of you really won't be ready for what's coming and the start of it happening. And like I say, some of you already feel like you're being left behind. I'm interested to see what you are going to do about it. Because it's now in your hands, which is pretty awesome. That's the good thing. It's now in the player's hands. Everything's out there to allow you to do it. And some of you who can only play a couple of hours a week will probably won't care. Because you're quite happy you'll get it whenever you want. Some of you who will maybe a kind of a childish reaction. I don't want to bash people who just say this game isn't for me. That's fine. That is more than fine. If this game isn't for you anymore, it's a bit too much like I have to do a lot, that's fine. MMOs should be that way though, in my opinion. They should have that element of RPG, which has been lost a little bit. A role-playing game where you succeed at something and you progress. I don't want to see us go to Diablo MMO, where we just hack and slash things to death and it's GG. Some of you will feel like this isn't for me. It's too unfair. This isn't This isn't the game I bought, especially if you bought sort of Wrath of the Lich King and Cataclysm. This isn't the game for me. That's okay. That's alright. I suggest you give it a chance though. I really want you to give it a chance. And as soon as you feel like, oh, this sucks, I can't get anywhere, I can't get anywhere now, I can't get this done, I can't get that done, I can't even access LFR, this is bullshit on my main. What are you going to do about it? And think about that. I want that. I really want to see that. LFR isn't a journey though, I know. I've pointed that out along the way. LFR is not a journey. I've already said that the item level restriction on LFR is bullshit. Don't get me construed. Don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying this is a journey to access LFR. It's that point when you can't access LFR that you need to start thinking about what you're going to do. And what you're going to do might be join a raid guild and see some real progression, and you won't give a shit about LFR, believe me. being in purgatory. Purgatory is a good name for it. If you don't know what purgatory is, I suggest you look it up. Purgatory is a good name for it. There is a lot of people who are about to fall into WoW purgatory and have to fight your way out of it. But that's the bit I'm happy about. It's the bit I'm happy about. I could sit here and tell you it's going to be bullshit, guys. Go and complain the item level's too high. The item level about the next LFR isn't what I'm interested in the fucking least. I don't care about that. I care about the fact that this separation is coming and it's going to motivate you. Some of you won't last. Some of you won't last. But some of you will. That's what I'm happy about. That's what I'm excited for. The purgatory you're going to go through is going to be tough if you're not used to it and you've never been there before. I'm used to it. I know what's coming. I'm not bothered. I know I can fight through it. It's cool. But some of you will be like, all right. And you will do things you didn't expect to do. Stuff like go and farm to create items. Things that you don't really care about anymore. You might do your fucking dailies and then hope for the best. You might just naturally just blame everybody around you for sucking balls and I can't get anywhere because of But you've got to remember that's your problem. It's very easy to blame everybody else when you suck, but in the end you suck, so you kind of need to sort that out yourself. What I'm really hoping for, I'm looking forward to this motivation. I really, really am. Like in Lost. What's Purgatory? Like Lost. Purgatory, if you're not sure how to spell it, is a DK talent. So you can check it as well. I don't actually mean the DK talent, but Purgatory refers to something which is kind of apt for what we're doing now. I don't mean the fucking ability. I can't believe you're linking the Death Knight ability. I mean what actual Purgatory is. It's not Lost in Limbo. It's not Lost in Limbo. Yes? Oh, okay. Alright, I will see you tomorrow. We're going to continue this discussion then. Good YouTube comments, please, guys. I want to know what you think about this that's coming up. And what you feel about it. Are you happy about it? Are you not happy about it? Show me your jumper. Oh.
My ears.
Wave them. Good night, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Let's see what you got to say about it. I'm interested. This is going to be an interesting time for us all. Bye.